And we are live, everybody. Hello,
Yo.
hello, Dennis. Hello, Tristan.
Hey
Hey
guys.
boys,
You good?
we're really good.
Yes.
Well, I'm great. Yeah, really good. Just obviously flying still high off the back of Glastonbury, which was great to ride that with you. Dungeon Meet in the NYC download was a vibe, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was sick. Before we just get started, guys, I just want to make sure the people in the chat room on Discord are hearing us, and it's all gravy. I usually
Yeah,
get like a thumbs up or something. So if you guys can hear us, please type something in the in the chat room. There is no chat room on YouTube; it's only on Discord. So please let us know. Can you hear us? But let's see. Yes, clear. Okay.
Yes. Green light.
Yeah,
excellent.
let's go. Patrizio, Charlie Rice, Michael, sweet. Okay, nice. Okay, a lot of people on the chat room. Miss Matern, what's up? Okay, great. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. I'm sort of pretty buzzing after listening to all the entries. Some really good stuff in there, like a really good turnout for this competition. I thought 105 entries was a sterling amount to receive. So yeah, it looks like a lot of people made a lot of good effort for this one.
Yeah.
Definitely. What about you, Dennis?
Yeah. I'm very good. Just had a graduation ceremony at school, so everybody graduated. So that's always good. So next year, and yeah, just got back the week before last weekend from San Francisco, and Austin was massive. Lots
Yeah,
of
nice.
traveling, but good vibe. So taking it a little bit slowly this month, but August and September is just like crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm good, and I really enjoyed listening to all the entries. So let's go.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Dennis, for joining us. You have released on Dungeon Meet before, and you just have a new record that is just coming out. Is it out yet?
Yeah, it's due. It's due. It's not coming out yet. It's
Yeah,
going to
we
be on.
announced it recently
Yeah,
Yeah,
on Slabs.
it's in a pre-order right now.
yeah,
So
that's it. Yeah,
Exactly. So
yeah, looking
no,
forward.
another
what
banger.
what better person to invite? And you also graciously entered one of our for the first Dungeon Funk competition, if I'm not wrong, and
Yeah, I guess so.
that's where
Yeah,
we found the Naminous track that you shared at the time, which ended up being
correct. Yeah,
a big hit.
Mm.
Yeah.
it did some business, didn't it? Yeah, it was good.
Eh,
So yeah, good to be part of it, guys, and
Yeah.
I'm really it's a pleasure. So
I
so
think also a good example of you don't always have to win the competition to kind of win in a certain way. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously that one didn't make the cut of the actual Into the Dungeon, or not Into the Dungeon, the Dungeon Funk vinyl in the end, but it ended up becoming a massive EP for Dungeon Meet. So it
yeah,
was it was great, and I think I just want to say that everybody that's taken part in the competition, that's the main part of this whole thing is taking part. It's not always about winning, even though it's nice when you get your stuff on wax. It's something to aim for. But, I'm just really chuffed at everybody who's made the effort to, submit a track because there's so many people out there that don't do it and they always regret it. So submitting it and just putting your best foot forward is just, worth a clap anyway. So respect from me.
yeah.
definitely. Definitely. And just to remind the people who are watching this who might not understand what this is all about, we've been hosting a producer challenge called It's a Dungeon Thing, which incorporated a sample pack that I gave to all the members of my Interweave community. And the rules were to incorporate some of the sounds from the sample pack, not exclusively, but one of the rules that to use the sounds. You couldn't just come and submit a track that you already made. And obviously, it's music that we were looking to sign on our label, Dungeon Meat, and people had 1 month to do it. We had 105 submissions, people from all around the world, from Australia to Ecuador, Peru, Bulgaria, Georgia, America, Canada, and like so many other places. So we're really grateful to see that this is a worldwide movement house music is everywhere, and yeah, it's really awesome to see. So thanks everyone who participated and managed to turn out an excellent piece of music. That's the beauty of these competitions. A lot of the people who join, they always, for them, the most important, I think, out of even like winning the whole thing, is mainly to be able to have a deadline and finish work and be excited to do something. Because sometimes people can be a bit stuck, and it seems that some of these competitions really kind of bring out the best in people, and somehow they're able to finish something. And the goal is always, for me, to be able to finish something that you're happy with. I think that's a win, to be able to have a finished product, and you can use it for something else. And there's a lot of people who join this competition that might not get selected, and they still end up having their music released afterwards, exactly like happened with Dennis. But also, please remember that out of 105 submissions, in the end, there's only 10 finalists, and then there's only a handful of producers that can actually end up on the record. So it's going to be subjective. There's tons of amazing music out of 105, but in the end, it's really down to what we felt and what we would most likely play and sign. So it is going through different kind of prism and filter. But just remember that you did an amazing job. And with all that said, I think it's time to listen to one of the first person selected. His name is Matasan. He's from Amsterdam in Holland. Yeah.
Again.
I've known Matasan. I've met him quite a few times. We have been involved in helping them a little bit with mybeats.io. And Drops, which is a little service for receiving promos and demos and stuff like that. So yeah, it's nice to see him in the mix. Let's get straight into it. 1 second. All right. Yeah, let me make sure it's all good. Yes, nice. Okay, sweet stuff. Tristan, I think this was your choice. So one of your short list.
I liked it. It was
Yeah.
just a nice roller. It just kind of worked, and I could just see it working in the club. I like the little vocal samples, and the bass lines was kind of interesting enough. Sort of I liked it. I thought it was a good tracky track. A good one. Out the bunch. I just thought it was nice.
Yeah, no, I agree. Also, I know that Mata has been really into his speed garage like recently. So it was quite a challenge for him to step out of his zone, and I think this is a good example of somebody who has good production skills, and put the work in. And I really like that the breakdown's really cool. I like the choice of the vocal and everything. I think it's quite a solid.
Yeah, it's good to go. I mean, you could just literally just play that in the club, and and people would pop off, and it would be definitely.
I think I really liked question and answer kind of stuff with all the sound. Normally, I'm not a big fan of all let's say too much detailed sounds when it's too full, but it's just perfectly balanced for me though. So like you said, Tris, it's just like a proper club banger and a vibey track.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do the damage. So yeah, well done, Matasan.
Definitely. If I would give just a word of criticism, maybe for me it needed maybe another ID in the track, something. But otherwise, it's still definitely playable.
No, I kind of agree. I'd love something just to kind of pique that interest in the second half a little bit more, maybe just to keep it a little bit more. I don't know, feeling a bit fresh, like we hadn't been there before.
That's exactly that.
Switch a little bit, just so it kind of like kept you interested, because you don't need much. You just need something just a bit to like feel like you've come somewhere with it. You know what I mean? So,
and when it dropped again, I had that feeling that I'm just back into the previous bit, which was strong, but I'm still just back there. So so we all have to give like a rating. And then, remember,
do that before.
We always do that, no?
What, like a 10 out of 10 or?
No, it's been a while since you've done this.
Wow, okay.
But we always go from 0 to 10, and then at the end we add. Or we don't, or we just choose in backdoor.
I just thought we did backdoor jobs.
We can do the backdoor. Maybe for the producer challenge, I've been doing ratings. So you're right. We're gonna do a backdoor decision.
I think so.
Let's do that.
I think it's unfair to just give them a rate out of 10 because everybody's different. And
okay, that's fair enough. You're right. Let's do that. So everybody, we're not doing grading like that, which is probably.
I don't want to be giving anybody a 7.
We're taking the back door tonight.
I love it. Okay, sweet. All right. Okay, the next one I think is a choice that was actually from Dennis and Tris. You both had it in your shortlist. The person is from Chicago in the US, and they are called Millie.
Yeah.
And we're gonna.
It's nice to see the Windy City getting involved with it being rich heritage city with rich heritage of house music. So it's nice. Millie's kept it quiet, classy. Be a boy or a girl, I don't know. I hope it's a girl because I'd love some more females to be involved in the competition. Millie has they've kept it nice and classy, deep, rolling. It's got kind of everything it needs in there to keep the dance floor interested, but also it could sound nice on a mixtape or sort of just more cruising in the car sort of thing as well. Which is why it picked out for me, thinking about the tunes in respect to having an EP. It offered something different that the other tracks that we've chosen didn't. So that's why I kind of lent into it, because it was kind of offering a little bit of a different shade of the dungeon. That was it.
All right. Let's check it out. Let's go for it. All right. Thank you. Yes.
I'm still moving. I'm still moving.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Really nice track. I'm gonna start because actually, I checked all the tracks today. It was quite a long job, and I heard this one. It was good, but now getting back to listening to it again, I'm really feeling it. I like that it's quite simple. You know, it just does what it needs to do, but it's got great ideas and the beats are good. It's definitely solid. Maybe in the breakdown, I really like the drum loop that he used from the sample pack. I thought just some execution in the break that could have been a bit better, in my opinion. How it ended, it was just a little bit abrupt, and I think it would be nice to see some more work in that breakdown. But otherwise, I think it's really nice. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've got some additional comments as well, because it's the third time I listened to it, and I still, from first second till the end, I'm just like completely vibing. It's a warm blanket of sounds, and I love it. I think it could be after break number 2. It could be that it needs a little bit of a gimmick, like looping the vocal halftime, or just like a little bit of, not specifically a standard Reese bass, but to layer it up to get another surprise next to the sounds, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe some like a little extra sound, or not melody, or something just kind of sneaking through, just something again, like I like same with the last track, just something to kind of make it feel like it was
a layer or something,
another chapter or another part of the song. But you know, the structure was pretty nice how he's got it, you know. But I think
definitely
a few extra little bits of salt and pepper, bits of details would make it an absolute killer track. But I you know, as we said, as it is, it's dope. What else did you have to say? Was that all you had to say, Dennis? Was that it, or was that?
That was basically, because I mean, maybe there needs to be like another layer of baseline to give it extra warmth or extra appealing factor after the second break, and something to do with the vocal, because the vocal is really basic, which is fine, because it's quite only a few elements working in the track. That's the hook, but just like a little bit of variation, not too much, and then back again to the groove. That would make it like icing on the cake for me.
Yeah, I think you're right, because it's so basic. Like some extra, because I mean, it's kind of sounds like it could have been done on the MPC, the way it's like quite structured and it's not using many sounds. But you can hear as well that it's probably not. I mean, I could be wrong, but it deserves some more, you know, maybe some more production here and there to elevate the track even more. But I think I like the old school vibe. I think it's done well, and yeah, solid.
I think if you're dancing to it in the club, those little extra bits that we're asking for might not be necessarily like, you know, essential. Like this, you could still get down and have a good groove.
Oh yeah,
well.
Definitely.
It was still, you know.
And Millie is in the chat room.
Hey, Millie.
It's a Michael Muzili.
It's not a Michelle. Damn it. Okay, cool. All right. Good. Well, welcome, Michael. Anyway, good effort, and yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Chicago.
All right. The next person that we're gonna listen to has won the votes on Discord. So we have 10 finalists, and as the judges, we only choose 9. And there's one submission that goes through directly, and that's the one that gets the most reactions on the Discord. And the person to have won all the reactions is Howard from Paris. Howard already secured a place in the past with us on our first ever competition, the Enter the Dungeon. And Enter the Dungeon competition. He's an amazing producer. It makes me even more happy that he's French. He's really super talented, and I'm glad he won the popular vote, because he was also going to be in my shortlist. So
and I play a lot of his tracks actually in my more gritty set. So I love what he does with different flows and different vibes within the specter of house and groove. So big up, Howard.
Big up, Howard. All right, let's go, boys.
Yes.
That'll be a reminder to you. If you haven't backed up your hard drive, back it up. Back it up.
Okay, Dennis, you can start.
Yeah, chunky, groovy, slappy, jumpy, happy, all with an E. But it's groovy. It's just like appealing to me, and it's a specific sound for me though. I played a lot of Oward records in a couple of last few years, and it's always like you need to work towards that kind of groove in my sets, for my opinion. But I definitely like it. It's a set breaker in a positive way. So it's just a turning point from one vibe to another track, and that's good. That's what I need in my sets. So big up.
Yeah, I liked it. Nice and bouncy. It's got a good, energy to it. A lot of his tracks kind of have these really wicked drums and swing to it as well. Yeah, it was like a nice, decent bass line. It's definitely gonna, punch through on a good system. It's just one of those. It's ready to go, isn't it? You can just slam this on, and then the party's gonna pop.
Definitely, I think it's sick. It's a weapon. The vibe is just really quite bubbly and like bouncy, and that's also what I like. I think the vocal, everything has the right balance, and just works together. It doesn't really need anything else. And what I really like as well is the production quality to this. Like, there's a lot of things happening, small things that really help to keep the track driving, even though it's the same ID over and over, but he knows what to do when, and spice it up here and there with some weird bits, and then getting back to the groove, so it keeps on rolling. And I think that shows the the true quality of like a good producer.
I think that in general that's the kind of trick to do in your track, like to just when it gets annoying to introduce some kind of gimmick or some sounds that people like, whoa, okay, what's happening, and then back to the firm tight groove. So I love it. Definitely.
And that bass line is just really good. It just keeps giving and giving, and you can just listen to that for a while. And sometimes bass lines don't have that. It's just you can have a good bass line. It doesn't mean it's a kind of like, it doesn't have that looping quality that really makes, doesn't fatigue you or anything. So I'm glad he got the popular's votes. That's showing also that people were really feeling the track. So well done.
It's a really strong entry, man, and wouldn't be surprised if this one made it onto the vinyl at all with the final. Who knows? Stay tuned.
All right. The next one. All right. The next one is a little bit of a last-minute choice that I've been wanting to get through. I thought it was really quite an interesting tune. It's coming from Amsterdam, and the producer is called 10 AM. I've not heard of him before, and I think it's you'll hear. I don't want to say too much about the tune, but it's definitely something that I resonated with. So let's go straight into it. Okay. All right. 10 a.m. Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Okay, this was my last minute choice. I suggested to the crew, and this is a good idea, a good example for me of something that that has some issues in terms of sound and production, but the ideas are really strong, and they deserve the light of day and to be selected, in my opinion, because yes, it's very Toteri influenced. But I think Dungeon Meat and what we do as producers and artists, and even in house music, there's so much influence from Toteri, and we've been playing loads of Toteri. He's been sampling others. People have been sampling him. I don't have a problem that there is that inspiration behind it personally. My only issue with this track is that the production could be better. Like some of the drums are like it's not well mixed. It's just a bit thin or a bit pokey instead of being more balanced. That lead sound I think could be better. I liked what it does in terms of melody, but it sounds a little bit on the cheap side right now. But overall, the ideas, the vocals are cool. The arrangement is cool, and it's a track that is close to something I could be playing, and that's worth something. So this is why I was quite happy to put this forward.
It definitely sticks out for the ideas and for some of the sort of the braver sounds that you've used, and like you say, the vocals really cool. It works. I think it's got a lot of potential. Had it like have a little bit of love and a bit of care and attention here and there, and a better mix down and stuff. I think the drum work on the breakdown where it kicks in. I think you could just do with a little bit more work on the drum work there, and that's it. And then like you say, just maybe change the sound of the main melody, but at the same time, I could still live with it as well. If that's what it was, what it is. But I thought it was a really good effort.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I like the groove, of course. Like you said, it's all about a Toteri groove. There's nothing wrong with a Toteri groove. I've been using it. Everybody's using it, but it's just what you do with the sound next to it and the mix down. That's quite important to make it work together. Like because the bass line normally is kind of sine bass normally with Toteri, so that needs proper mixing. So that's the only issue I had when I heard it. But it's a great last minute pick, brother. So I think I love it. I need to just like the groove is appealing to me, and the warm pad that's coming into it. That's really like authentic.
I like that as well.
I agreed with Tristan that maybe sound design wise, the melody needs to be more processed in a way that it sounds MPC kind of.
Yes,
if you go Toteri, then you need to go Toteri all the way in this kind of vibe.
I agree. It's really a question of mix, in my opinion, more than anything. I think the mixes will beef up the drums, level out the volumes, because sometimes it's just I just can hear it. But otherwise, I think he's a young producer, and I think you've done a really good job there. So well
and
done.
I also must add that I rather hear a bad mix, mix-wise, and a good demo than the other way around. So I think. Yeah, I think the creative process is for a demo more important than normally you can discuss with an A&R or a mixing mastering engineer to get your mix from 70% till 100% or even beyond that point. But I think the first impression for us now is just like, wow, this is a potential track. So I totally agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. Like we are looking for a track to sign on our label, right? So it's the similar process. People are sending demos. Some are gonna, again, it's an amazing idea. Will grab our attention. Be like, oh yeah, can you finish that? Like we want that, even if it's not like fully sounding amazing. So
exactly, yeah.
Super. Okay, amazing. All right, the next ones to have made the cut. I think this one is a bit. I really enjoyed this one when I heard it. I have some bits to tell about, but they are familiar to our camp. It's the Horsemen, which is a duo from Berlin and Amsterdam. They released on Slabs, a great 2-tracker, and I think they did a really good job. I really love their intro. Let's check it out right now.
like I want to go out and, let's go dancing. Get little fancy footwork type of thing, like little get together, catching the vibe. I feel like it's time for one of them chunky ass dungeon soulful house records, like we do. You feel me? Let's get it. Yeah, we got this.
Horsemen back in the mix. Yeah, this was also one of your shortlist, Tris.
Well, I had a short list of about.
Yeah. I mean,
so yeah, it was on there. It was on there, and yeah, I liked it. I just thought it had some character to it. I liked this sort of like the spoken word sort of sample in it. Kind of caught my ear. And it just bounced around. It was nice. It was just a little bit different to what everybody else had put in as well. So it kind of stuck out to me after listening to 105 demos in the space of an afternoon, which is quite something to do, to be fair. But it was good. Everybody got the time that they needed on it. And this one, this one I thought was decent. I mean, I do like what the Horsemen do. I think they've got good skills. I mean, they always seem to deliver something that is really dance floor friendly and like I said has some character to it, which I like.
Yeah.
Dennis?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a little bit darker and I love like the guitar or something like, I don't know if it's a guitar or sample or something. I think it is. It's giving balance to the more chunky, badass bass line parts. Otherwise, it would be a bit boring. But just keeping the right elements to keep it balanced for me, though. So I definitely agree to have it shortlisted. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the track from it. There's a problem in the mix that I was struggling to connect to the track because I think it's got good ideas. That guitar, for example, sample. I feel like it's first of all when it plays, it's not always the same velocity. It's not loud enough. It's not gritty enough, and I think it needs to have more body, more dirt. I really like that string sound that they use. Like that's my favorite sound in this whole thing. Again, I think I really like the intro. I think they did a good effort in there. I was a little bit sad that this sort of like keyboard sample that they had at the beginning, we don't really hear it again in the track. And I thought when I first heard that, I thought the track's going to go in there, and obviously they switch it up. But I thought that was such a good sample. I was really looking forward. I was looking forward to having the track with that as being part of the track. But overall, I still think it's got some really good idea. I think the bass line also needs to be better sequenced. At the moment, it feels quite loose, and the filter opens up, and the velocity affects the filter. So it's a bit like hand played, and there's something that I think is tightening up for me. It's a bit too loose, but. Yeah, I think it's a nice solid track. I think it's got the making of a really good track.
Yeah.
So well done, boys.
Oh, nice.
The power duo Berlin to Amsterdam, and also I like the effort of the chat talking about like the dungeon, soulful dungeon.
I could hear. I was thinking, did they say dungeon?
Yeah. The dungeon. It's Morrison on the microphone.
Yeah, I like that. You see, that's one of the things that I liked about it. It felt like it had a bit of like bespokeness to it. Taking the samples off of the rack. They just, they created something that was personal for it. So I think that's what caught my ear as well. So that always gets you extra points when you put a little bit of effort to that. And also we forgot, but in the Howard track, he also had in the breakdown, it says it's a dungeon thing. Right. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. It's sort of twisted and like time stretch in a funny way. So yeah. So that's also that was also a nice touch.
Nice.
All righty, right. Okay, the next one was in my list and also in Tristan's list. I believe his name is Nigel Haye. He's from
Nigel, Rotterdam.
From Rotterdam.
Rotterdam, yeah.
You're from Rotterdam, aren't you, Dennis?
No. You're not. That's a misunderstanding.
Okay, sorry.
I used to play a lot in Rotterdam when I started, like from my full-time job being a part-time DJ, and now being a full-time artist for a couple of years now. But still, people step up to me and say, "You look like you're from Rotterdam." And so the Netherlands is such a small country, but I think Benny Rodriguez agrees that there's a lot of like a cultural difference, and sometimes with soccer, with football, some competitive discussions going on between Amsterdam and Rotterdam. But I was born and raised in Amsterdam, and I used to work in the environment of Rotterdam. But the Netherlands is such a small country; you can drive easily 2.5 hours north through the south. So it's easy does it. But I know Nigel, by the way. He's such a talented producer. He used to be like more urban, kind of not hip hop, but more like dance hall kind of producer, urban music. Then he had a release on, I think, Jamie Jones' label recently. So he was a more techie Latin kind of tribal house. So I love the guy. He's such a talented producer. But yeah, let's give it a listen.
That's awesome to hear. Okay, sweet. Let's check it out. Nigel Haye.
Yeah, nice groove.
Solid track. I like it. I like it a lot. The one thing that for me is not a deal breaker, but the I can feel it vocal. Is I'm really on the fence about it. Although I like the vocal and I can see how it works. It's also not my favorite, and sure, it was in the pack, but I don't know if it really works with this track. It kind of takes it to, I don't know, maybe it's overused in the track as well, but I like the other vocals a lot. That's the only bit that I don't fully love, but otherwise I like the contrast from the breakdown, how it goes back to the part. I just think it works, and it sounds pretty good as well. So
yeah, for sure. I think I agree with the vocal because it's not like that present that it's the hook of the track, so it's just hanging a little bit there and not doing anything. That's what you mean, right?
It's really, I think it just gets on my nerve a little bit because it's quite a powerful, like I can feel it, you know.
It's like a diva vocal.
It's a bit like a 90s stab of like with a strong vocal. It's almost like it takes it into a bit of a cheesy direction. And I don't think the track necessarily. I think it could do without. I think, but I'm not sure.
I agree. Yeah.
So many people use that sample in the competition.
Yeah.
Like, I listened to probably about 30. I can feel it today. And to say I'm a little bit sick of the sample already
But yeah, other than that, I love like the pads he used, like the minor major vibe. The breakdown is very nice, like building it up again. Well balanced. So,
I thought the structural quality of the track was decent, and I think it's got that nice amount of smack to hit the dance floor, and the bass line's cool. It's got some good elements in it. I like it. It's good. Like I think Sammy's comments fair enough. I think it's got some potential for sure.
He's on this. Nigel is on the chat saying, "I'll be right back, deleting the vocal now."
I did it before with Neminus track when Sylvester and you remember I just made on the fly. I made an instrumental version, so actually kind of a hint that will work.
Exactly. Yeah, but this is it. Sometimes it's good to kind of get that feedback, pushes you to do something maybe a little bit more creative or to take something that isn't necessary. And I think if you use that constructively, you can actually turn something into something better a lot of the time.
I think in general to add is just like what I do normally is like use a couple of ideas and then get rid of it and go really back to the core, the bass line, the beats, the groove, and then the hook. And then do I need it? And I've learned to kill my darlings, So it's a hard decision. Sometimes I educate at school and people are really like married to a certain vocal. And then I'm giving a depression on that day, like you have to get rid of that vocal. But it's the only way to improve your track and to make it more adaptable for a label like Dungeon Meat, for sure.
I think also you could do different versions. You had 2 different versions of Naminus, do you know what I mean? You had the vocal one, which actually still really worked, and the one which was great on its own as well, So I think it's just different strokes for different folks, really. Some people out there might absolutely love that vocal and be like all over it, and that's the bit of the track that they love. So it's just our opinion. That's all we can say.
Of course,
because in the end it's kind of what we would play, and sometimes even when you buy a record and you love a track but there's a little vocal that you don't like, usually either you edit it out or you just don't play it. So it's just an honest sort of like feedback. The track is great.
In general, it's a great production, and like I said, there are enough elements to keep the track going even without. I'm very curious to hear the instrumental though, to compare it.
All right, next one is from Manchester and is not a foreigner to these competitions. He's been kind of shortlisted quite a few times and appearing. That shows his talent and his relentlessness in production and just sticking to it. It's Kerwak, Mike Kerwak from Manchester. Let's jump right into
it. Sounds great when you say Kerwak. Sounds like Bergerac.
Kerwak, yeah. How do you say in English? How would you say?
I don't know. Kerwak. I don't know.
Kerwak?
I don't know how to say it. I don't know what it even means.
Like Jack Kerwak, right?
Jack Kerwak.
Okay, let's go.
Violent beat of the drum. Violent beat of the drum. Violent beat of the drum. Violent beat of the drum.
Back. Yes, Kerwak.
Yes.
Yeah, this is also a little bit of a. It was definitely in my short list. It's quite different from everything else we've had in the competition. I like the influences that he's getting. It definitely reminds me of stuff that I would play as well. I really like the balance with the vocals. Like, there's really great selection of samples in my opinion, the vocal bits, and also some of the underlying ones in the background from the sample pack. But yeah, it had sort of like a jacking West Coast kind of tech house kind of playfulness to it. I really like the breakdown. I thought, I just really, really, really love this kind of stuff that I would play. So yeah, well done, Mike.
Yeah, nice, man. It was good. Definitely had that like MPC vibe to it. Yeah, it's kind of every time I listen to it, it kind of grows on me a bit more. I listened to it about 4 times now, and yeah, I think it's decent. I'd definitely like to hear it on a club because I think it was really cutting through the speakers. I was just listening to it, not through it just now, but I reckon it's got what it takes to bangs for sure. And yeah, like you say, it's got that sort of playful, old school sort of West Coasty groove to it, which I like as well. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and in addition to that, I love the every time the synth comes in, like the synth chord step or whatever it is, it's different, right? So there's some flanger or phaser on it. So it's very organic. Organic is the right word for me for this track, and I love that. It's not like static.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, and it's definitely has like a quirkiness to it that I like. In some of the effects and that is. I don't know how he's getting them, but they're musical, how he's placing them and stuff. So it really adds. But you're right. There's also something to do with the sound. As soon as I heard it the first time, after hearing like all the other tracks, you can see a difference in like the production quality. It's more raw, and I think again with some really good mixing and tightening up, I think this could smack. So yeah. Good job, Mike.
Yeah.
Awesome, and awesome to see you still participating after all these years and making
Don't
it
stop,
to the
baby. Don't
finals.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep them coming.
All right, next one, newcomer. I don't think I've heard from him before.
I have actually. I've been playing a couple of his tracks. Cadence put me on to him actually.
Yeah.
He's really talented. This kid, or this young lad, whatever. He's got quite a lot of different varied styles to his tracks. He can't quite pin him down into. He seems like he's got a real ear and can make quite a lot of different style stuff. I got like a 12-track demo on SoundCloud, and there was a lot of good.
Oh, send over.
Good ideas. Yeah. And,
but yeah, the person in question, because the people do not know who we're talking about, is FLX, which I guess
FLX, yeah.
Felix,
yeah.
maybe.
Felix. Okay, makes sense.
But yeah, I was happy to see him enter the competition, and I was also happy to see that you'd shortlisted him, Sammy, as well as myself as well. So let's get into it and see what other people think.
Let's go.
What's that? What's that?
We're back. Felix, London. I like this track. It's a bit more in the sound of now.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
As opposed to maybe some of the other things that we've heard more or less. I mean, I would say it's kind of reminds me of some stuff that you play, Tris, and that we play in our sets. So yeah, the production is definitely really more modern. I like the breakdown. It's very crisp. I don't know if it's too crisp sounding. It's very loud. But I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Dennis?
Yeah, I agree. It's got that modern flavor, that kind of jacking in a new way, but nothing much to add other than I like the build up in the break, which is quite monotone, and then just going back to a certain groove that still appeals to me. So big up, I love it.
I like it. I think it feels very busy, sort of like it's a lot going on, sort of like, but it's good. It's definitely something that, again, I can see working on the dance floor, and you know, I can hear the skills that he's got, you know, production skills. He's kind of put a lot of work into the track, and yeah, I think it's a really good effort. Something that again stuck out amongst the other sort of tracks that I was listening to. So, you know, big up Felix.
Yeah, I liked it. Maybe my only thing that I would say is that, you know, I might be enamored by it by listening to it, and I feel like, you know, it will deliver. And if I heard it on a sound system, I would groove and I would like it. I don't know how much longevity it has. I need to really sit down with this one maybe, because it sticks. You know, it's good. It's the typical sort of like big track that works, and it's done. Everything is done well. It, you know, it revs up. There's this anticipation. It slams again, but. Yeah, I need to, the jury is not fully out. I didn't cast my choice on this one yet, so we can speak about it at the end. All right, next.
What's up, brother? Hit us up.
Yeah, okay, there's two left. We just mentioned him. The next one is Cadence from Liverpool. Great producer. We've been playing a lot of Cadence, and yeah, I'm buzzing to see him join the competition and make it to the finals as well.
I think it's pronounced Cadence as well.
Cadence, sorry. Cadence.
Yeah,
No, it is Cadence. It's not Cadence.
Yes.
Cadence.
Cadenza. No, it's definitely Cadence.
He's a really solid producer, part of a really solid crew, Paul Street Sounds in Liverpool, really representing the west coast of the country with some real, just fine quality house music and garagey stuff that's never quite on the nose, but it's always a good mixture of everything. And yeah, like I say,
it's
really,
it's the new Scouse Housing Authority.
New Scouse Housing Authority.
Scousey.
Yeah.
Scousey Housey.
All right, let's get straight into it. Cadence. Liverpool.
Scousey.
Chelsea, it was good. I liked it. I think it's got some nice elements to it. Bassline's nice and bouncy. Really like the breakdown. I thought that was good. Whacked back in really nicely. Yeah, it kept it interesting throughout the breakdown and stuff. Yeah, I like it. I mean, like, you know, I'm a little bit biased because I like a lot of his stuff really, and I just think he's a really talented producer. So it's something that I would definitely play out of a
Yeah.
lot of stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I would definitely play this one for sure. And I didn't know about this guy before, so I'm very keen on checking him. So it's always good to join this competition as well for the guys who didn't make the shortlist, to check each other's profile and backtracks, or how do you call it, the back catalog of what they did,
Good
to make
shout.
new friends and to have chats going on. So I think that's also the main purpose of this competition, not only to have your track shortlisted. That's of course that's the main goal. But I think also to make a community going on and to keep talking about each other's music and to be friends and to see each other in parties in Amsterdam, Liverpool, Manchester, whatever. So in addition to that, but I would play it definitely. The only thing is the "Are You Ready" kind of vocal. It's more on average. Again, I'm not a vocal hater. I'm a vocal lover, as you all know. But does it really need it? Maybe not. But that's a small detail I would have as a side comment.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe this "Are You Ready" could be axed. I don't think it necessarily makes the track, so I don't think it's gonna be you know, nobody's gonna miss it if he was to remove it. I like it. I think it's a strong track. I really like at the end the breakdown, how it kicks back in it. I think that's really strong. I like the track. I'm a bit biased because I like Cadence track, and actually he has a lot of unreleased music, and he has you know, a lot of people are going to be hearing from him. His music is quite incredible and it's very versatile. But there's something about this track which for me feels like it's nice, but yeah, I know it's very well done. But there's something with the theme that just gets on a bit for me. So yeah, I still think it's like a really strong track, but I don't know if I'm totally fully sold on it. But yeah, it's very good. Okay, Cadence, well done, my friend. Final track, and the final track is by someone who's also been here before. He's a wicked producer. It's Frederick Anthony from London. And we're just going to jump straight into it and listen to the track. Let's go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well done. I mean, Frederick, I think this is my favorite track from this competition personally. This techie kind of
Yeah.
vibe is just so sick. Like the groove is
Yeah.
there's something about it that you really nailed. Like there's a special atmosphere in here that I love, and I can
It
see
knocks you in, doesn't it? It just sucks you in.
yeah, I can
Yeah.
see myself
You're in a
play
place
this
with
a
it,
lot.
aren't you? It has created like an atmosphere with it. It's like a place that you, with the track, you know, you really kind of like you're surrounded by all this like sound going on that all fits really well together.
Yeah, it's sick. I mean, there's nothing more. Like, if I was to give a rating, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. I really don't have anything else to say. So
But
yeah.
it's really like on point, man. His tracks are so good. He's like just got a real skill for making these kind of grooves. I just think it's just he's just got a real special knack for it, and you know this is why he's won competitions as well that we've done before as well, and you know he's got the skills. I just can't wait to hear more from him. To be fair,
Yeah.
Keep him coming, Frederick. We want to hear more.
Dennis, final word on the track.
Yeah. Definitely stands out for me as well as an own vibe, as a authentic vibe he brought. I love the top synth, like the melody synth, that's kind of bringing mysterious vibes to a dirty ass break groove beat or something like that. So it's just like Tris said, it's properly balanced, and nothing more to add on that. This one is just like when you dig records and you put it on the record player, like, wow, okay, this one is special. I need to re-listen to it because it stands out. It stands out. That's it.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Okay, so before we do our deliberation, I just say a big thanks to everybody. Again, remember that it's not because your track wasn't chosen that it wasn't any good at all. This is really, again, down to what we want to sign and what we feel more connected to. So big up, everyone.
Big up.
I'm going to mute ourselves on OBS so nobody's going to be able to hear us. All right, let's go. And we'll be back as soon as we make the decision, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, tough one.
Tough one.
Oh my God.
It is a tough one because there's like some tracks that like are good, but they're not quite there for me. Do you know what I mean? So I think Frederick's obviously has to go on there.
Yeah.
Frederick.
Yeah,
And
Owert's
yeah.
I would say I totally agree with Owert was my number one pick. I think in the end of the day, and I definitely was surprised by this Frederick Anthony track as well.
Yeah.
For that reason, that it stands out of the crowd, and
Yeah,
I love it for that reason.
I think thinking of it from a
Oh, we're not muted, guys.
And we're back, everyone.
We're
So-
unmuted. Did anyone use ChatGPT to lip read what we just said? Just kidding.
yeah, accident. I didn't. I was muted. You guys weren't. But anyway, it's good to. No, but it wasn't clear cut. There was 2 tracks that we thought yes, and then the other ones we had to think more about it. Okay, so the winners of the It's a Dungeon Thing competition are the first one, Frederick Anthony.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
This was a no-brainer. Amazing job. So thank you so much. And the other one, as you guys know already, is Awards, because you overheard us.
Awards.
So Awards from France.
Shout out to Howard.
He's back.
Nice that the people's vote gets recognised as well, I think.
Yes, definitely. He was a people's choice. So it's great they just matched. Frederick and Howard have already been on our label, but they keep on applying and they keep on winning, so that's good. Then the next 2 I've never been signed before. The third person is Nigel Haye from Rotterdam.
Nigel, congratulations, man.
Well done, mate. Well deserved as well. We'll
Yeah.
talk about the little vocal and some edits to just like wrap this one up. And the last one to win is Millie from Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago Sounds.
Well done as well, Millie. This is
Yeah.
going to give us a really nice rounded record with, more bangers, more deep, more techy. This is what Dungeon Meat is. This is the flavor. It's not just one kind of like vibe. But yeah, it's we're very happy.
Yeah, it's great.
Definitely.
Man,
Millie, we're gonna be
I
working.
would love to give a little shout out
Oh.
to some of the
Wait,
other
wait, you're-
people that took
you-
that part.
You're frozen. You're
That's
frozen,
okay.
Tristan. You're frozen,
I
Tristan.
think shout out goes out.
You're back. You were frozen like this with the mouth open. You're good. You're back.
Going. Sorry, I don't know what's happening with mine. Sorry, Rob. Go.
Yeah.
All right, go.
Go ahead.
Were you talking or was
No,
I?
it's your turn now.
Yeah. Okay. Because I wanted to give a shout out to a load of people that took part. That I thought had really decent entries. They might not have got a mention. So I'd like to give a shout out to Abella, Hugh Ships, Mies, SIS, Secure, A to B, Eric Mizzen, Mundy, the Sidewalk Drivers, Beck Rollins, Agoosh, Stocked Up, Max Kernmeyer, Incus, Basil, Clark Street Dubs, Geordie, Hughes, Tice Koning, Fifth Funk, Jimmy, Tom Bailey, Mem, Muds, Cardenas, and Modal Logic. I thought, you all did a great job as well. With these kind of competitions as well, it's like there's a few of us that all have to agree on things, so the shortlist gets short and shorter, and there's a hell of a lot of entries there. I thought you all did a great job, and I just wanted to give you all a round of applause as well. And everybody else didn't get a mention as well. Thank you so much for taking part.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's what I said earlier. It's just like it's not a matter of losing; it's a matter of winning and connecting. Other than the winners, but I really love to see all the quality that has brought in and the diversity of sounds and the authenticity of sound. So big up to everyone from my side, from Amsterdam, and big love to you guys. So happy to deliberate with the Dungeon family.
Thank you, Dennis. And again, as you've seen, what we've chosen in the end is a reflection of how we want to program a record as a record label as well. It's not everything sounding a similar kind of style. We need, when you program a record, you need to have a track for different style. The B-side is going to be for a certain time of the night or a certain type of DJ, and that's really important for us. And we feel like this record has a right balance, and that's really important as anyone who's like having a record label. Like if we had like tons of really dope, super dope peak time bangers, we wouldn't have signed them and made them all back to back. thought we would have taken one, you know, and or maybe two, or maybe think of another record for another one. But in this case, we wanted to think of the overall programming, and I think we managed to do that. So keep that in mind when you think of why we chose a certain track. Because I know some people have different criteria as to why they think a track should have won or something like that. But all in all, we really appreciate all the submissions. There were just a lot of really amazing music. So thank you for taking part. Thank you for participating. And thanks to Dennis for coming and helping us choose the track. Really appreciate you and your ears. You're also an educator in the space of the dance music. So we really value your knowledge. You've been helping a lot of people. I know there's some of your students that have actually taken part in this competition, and you've
really good as well.
and you've stayed impartial as well. It's just great to see everyone together. There's people literally from around the world, and I know there's a lot of people who know each other in the community, who've met through the community, or because one of these things when you submit tracks, you always have to put the city and the country. And sometimes people are like, "Oh wow, this guy is in my city," and they get in touch and they meet in real life. So I think that's beautiful. And again, to know that 105 tracks didn't exist last month, and now we've got so much more music in the world and for people to enjoy. It's just amazing. So thank you. And just can't thank you enough. And it's been awesome. Merci.
That you could still keep rinsing that sample pack out as well. Don't stop there. It's not just a one-trick wonder. You can still keep hammering those beats. And, you know, if you feel you've got something really special, don't be afraid to hit us up. We have got the My Beat thing for demos now and stuff as well. So, you know, if you want to try and get us some music, then there's ways now you can kind of get to us and have your demos listened to. So
and likewise with Dennis, I think Dennis has track stack, so he's open as well to receiving demos. So.
Yeah, just send all the stuff I would play, or you think I would play, or any other stuff to my track stack. That works for me the best. So
awesome. All right, thanks everyone. Thanks everyone in the chat as well who's been joining. Max, Fifth Funk, Michael Musili, Jake, Basil, Mahar, Adamu, Mace, Matasan, Jambak, Upi, loads and loads and loads. Thanks, really, honestly, everyone for joining up. All right, big love.
Big love, guys.
See you. Ciao, ciao. And we're off.